One of the things that is a killer to a man's journey is comfort. Comfort kills. The moment a man comes to a point where he becomes convenient and comfortable with how far God has brought him, rather than being thankful and asking God for more, he might never enter into the greatness of his calling. Contentment is good, but sometimes this teaching of contentment is a disadvantage to a man that God is calling to a far place. Don't be satisfied too early. Don't give up too early. Your journey is still far. Imagine someone that God's plan for his life is to be taking contracts from Arab. And because he's seeing local government contracts, he can build us, can buy car. If he had seen further, he would have seen that what God is putting upon his life is the possibility to deal in billions of dollars. I'm not teaching mammon. I'm teaching entering into the fullness of God's ordination for your life. It's to be contented at the expense of entering the fullness of God's promise for you. I realize that one of God's wisdom of shifting a man is to create contention around his life. When you read Genesis chapter 26, Isaac entered into a contention with Abimelech. And after a while, when you get to, I think, verses 11, God showed himself to Abimelech, and Abimelech said, nobody should touch Isaac. And when you get to verses 12, the Bible said, and Isaac sowed in that land. In that same year, he reaped 100-fold. That was a shift. His first shift came after a contention. But that was not where God was taking Isaac to. Probably Isaac became comfortable. God had to throw a spanner into the wheel once again. And Abimelech said, get out from here. You have become too great than us. We cannot have you here. And Isaac went further. He wanted to dig another well. The Philistines contended again. He called it Isaac. He went further. He was trying to make progress in life. They contended again. He called that one Sitna. He kept contending until he got to a place and he called that one Rehoboth. The Lord has made room for us. Your destiny might never touch your hand except by contention. He knows that if he leave you like this, you are too comfortable. So he creates contention, resistance around your life, so that something in you can wake up and fight. It is as a fighting you will fight and enter into your own Rehoboth. It's God's wisdom to push a man forward. God's strategy to take a man to the next level. Contention and resistance. To show you that it was God's plan for contention to shift him to where he's taking him to. After I got to Rehoboth, God now made Abimelech come back and made a covenant with him. A covenant of peace. Abimelech is not a bad person. God only took advantage of him to make Isaac go forward. I can tell you this as a man in ministry. Every time I have shifted, one of the things that happen is that God makes people begin to fight me. And as they fight me, I go back to God and I spend more time in prayer. Instead of being depressed, I pray. I pray, and as I'm praying, it's making me larger. Making me larger. As they were contending with Isaac, the Bible said Isaac was looking for wells to dig. He was digging wells. When he dig the well, they fight him again. He goes to another place, he digs another well. They fight him again until he got to a place where the well he dug, no one can fight him. He called down a Rehoboth, a larger place.